forfeit?
Precisely, Sir Altitude.
No way. We'll find someone.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! I didn't know Dan Aykroyd was in this picture.
Hey! Perhaps I could be of some assistance.
Hey guys, my name is Josue Daniel, and I'm a software engineer based in Fort Worth, Texas. Today, you are joining us for Code and Tell, where we will bridge the gap between technical interviews and real-world coding to help coders like you prepare smarter for interviews. So today's guest is Kasey Wahl. Thank you for joining us, Kasey. Kasey uses the .NET stack, and if you're in a coding interview, you'll almost certainly be asked about solid principles. Today's question is about the L in solid. Kasey, what are your thoughts about the Liskov Substitution Principle?
So Liskov Substitution Principle is about a relationship between objects of a parent class and objects of the child class. And it basically says that objects of the child class should be able to replace objects of the parent class without altering the functionality of the program. So I've created a console application from Space Jam that I hope will illustrate what this looks like in practice. There's a scene in Space Jam where the Toon Squad is short a player and they need to substitute Bill Murray into the game. The problem is, at least for this application, that Bill Murray isn't a point guard. He's not a shooting guard or a small forward. He's not a position group. He's just a Bill Murray. He doesn't have the skills that would otherwise normally put him into the game. So anyway, let's look at the code. So as you know, you need 5 players to play in a basketball game, and the Toon Squad needs a substitution. The problem is the only guy who can sub in is Bill Murray, and Bill Murray is obviously not a basketball player.
But he's going to be great.
He's going to be great, right? So I've created this little console application to kind of represent this situation. And as you can see, this class program is what's going to execute when I run this code. And you'll see that I have 5 players, and really 6 players because I have Bill Murray on the bench. And then I also have a subclass of player: center, power forward, small forward, shooting guard, point guard, and Bill Murray. Each of those subclasses representing a position group in basketball. And when I run this application, it's going to run this method should play, and then returns a value. So as you can see in this player class, I have this method called should play. And basically all of this method does is determines based on the number of fouls and the number of minutes played that this player has, whether or not they can keep playing basketball. And so in this program, you see all of these position groups. We run the method should play, and then it determines if that player should keep playing. So when we run this console application, first you can see that all of these players, Foghorn Leghorn, put me in, coach, he can play. Bugs Bunny says, take me out, coach, because Bugs Bunny is injured or fouled out or something. And then you can see that we have all these other eligible players. They say, put me in, because they can put for Bugs Bunny. And you'll see when I close this application. So I've run here celebrity.substitution, and then I substitute him in for the rabbit. The problem is, when I run this substitution method, I'm going to get an error thrown. You can see that the substitution method, this override method, is throwing an invalid operation exception, and it's saying, Bill Murray, really? And the problem, and the reason why it's throwing this error is because of Liskov Substitution Principle, which says, hey, if he inherits from class player, if it looks like a player and talks like a player and like it should be able to do everything a player can do. And very clearly, Bill Murray does not have the skills to be a point guard. And all this is saying is, look, which one of these is not like the other? Bill Murray is not like the others. I've created another application that actually implements a fix that satisfies both the Liskov Substitution Principle and the interface segregation principle to solve this problem. So what I've done is I've created a base player class instead that inherits from interface iPlayer. And this base player class has all of the methods that universally can be used in this game, right? And all the properties. So every player is going to have a first name, a last name, and whether or not they should be subbed out, and then these other methods. And I've also created an I, Bill Murray interface instead. And the only thing in I, Bill Murray is I've declared this string array called skills. And you can see that I, Bill Murray's skills are different than, for example, a point guard's skills. So point guard inherits from base player and I player and has shooting, dribbling, and passing as a point guard skills. But a Bill Murray's skills has moral support and joke telling, because he's not, he doesn't have the skills to play point guard necessarily. So all this is saying is, okay, I can still inherit from base player. I still have all of these attributes. I can be substituted in. I can be told I can't, should play, but I don't have dribbling skills. I have Bill Murray skills. And that's all I'm doing by segregating the I player from the Liskov Substitution Principle by using the interface segregation principle instead. And just like that, when I run it, Bill Murray, you're in for Bugs Bunny. So there we go. Bill Murray's in the game. We save the day. Toon Squad wins the game.
Come on. It's gut check time.
This must be mine. This belongs to me. I'm going this way. I'm going left. I'm going left. Whoa! Don't ever touch your fling.
Mike!
Hey! Bring it on, dude.
Daisy.
You're mine.
Mike, I'm open. Never mind.
Thanks, Kasey. So how would you answer today's questions? Leave it in a comment below. Thanks for watching Code and Tell. If this has been helpful for you, like, share, subscribe. If you want to connect with us, you'll see down below in our description, there'll be a LinkedIn for Kasey Wahl in this instance. Hopefully you've enjoyed. Thanks and see you next time.